Help us level the playing field. Sign the parliamentary petition today to fuel the growth and fund the game.
Shouts for a penalty, but not called. And doing the work there is Byrne, working it out to Westland. A chance now perhaps. Lamano works it in towards the box. Ingles with the clearance. That ball's cleared as well, but into a dangerous part of the field. Collier now on her left foot, works it down the left side. Pantazopoulos defended nicely though. Here's Lena, scored last week. Got the equaliser, but unfortunately Keilor Park, they conceded in the last second against Heidelberg and ended up losing that game 2-1. Harmon passes it back. Here's Layden. Gallagher to Lena. Nice build up. Lena works it down the right side. Tommel. She's got an option to her left, but goes for the box instead, and that's going to be the first corner of the game. Yes. It eventually trickles out. And this is going to be a tough corner for the home side. It's going to go in against the wind, so it'll be hard to get it towards the box here. That wind is quite strong. So it looks like Kopaneci will take this one. She's booted that long, and that's a good ball. A chance. I heard a whistle, but might have come from another field. In fact, it did, and Summer now is on it. Layden living dangerously at the moment, South Melbourne. See if they can gain a bit of composure. Nice control there, remains in. And here they are now, Pantazopoulos. Couple of numbers in the box. South Melbourne, that's a curler. What a save from Byrne. Reaching above her head with her right hand. And it was a lovely shot in, it must be said there. Roach with the attempt from outside the box. You just felt for a second there that was going to be a South Melbourne goal. South Melbourne on a 4-game win streak. Really in some good form at the moment. Corner now. That ball's played in towards the back post. Oh, it hits the referee. Play continues. Here's Roach. Francesca Lamano. To Collier. Collier with a long ball against the breeze. Summer now. Here's Kira. Plays it out towards the right side. A couple of numbers in the box for South. Another corner for South. So South Melbourne, they scored 2 goals in 2 minutes last week. In the 89th minute and the first minute of added time to come from behind and defeat Avondale 2-1. So they did that to get their 4th win in a row. South Melbourne. This ball's pumped in towards the box. Wild attempt there for a second. Lamano will keep this in. Thinking about it, tries to work it through. So for the changes here for Keilor Park, starting is Chloe Harmon after not starting last week, and also Caitlin Tommel is in. And on the bench, coming off the starting list, is Runa Commodore. And also, the other one is Abby Holmes, who's out. As we see that ball going towards the box, a chance! Okay, so the whistle was blown, so it's not to be for South Melbourne there. Byrne will take this. May have been an offside call. So Eva Goodsmith is out for South Melbourne. She injured her right knee last week. And also out is Taylor Vlanich. As we see that ball turned over in the middle of the park. a chance now. Here they come. Roach passes it back to Pantazopoulos. And now Keilor on the ball. Layden with the clearance. Here's Tommel. Oh, she just pulled back the South player there in Rorimpoulos. South will resume after the free kick. Pantazopoulos and a one touch. Will she get to another one? It'll be a corner for South Melbourne. So the home side under a bit of pressure here. Keilor Park, South Melbourne just pressing. Doralis is starting. Rorimpoulos is also starting for South tonight, and Pantazopoulos, they come in, and a couple of outs. Vlanic for Keilor is also on the bench, and Goodsmith, as mentioned before, is out this week due to injury. Cross there, dangerous ball, flies all the way towards the back post. Byrne was there, but just wasn't able to fire it home. Byrne scored last week for South Melbourne. She was the one that got the goal in the 89th minute, and then it was another goal coming, and it was the winner from Heidi Dalton, who's on the bench. We might see her later in this afternoon. Layden. It's a power. Oh, that's booted almost into the heads. Oh, okay, it wasn't far off a spectator. We've got a couple of games happening out here at Keilor Park, one just next door to us. Goal kick. You feel Liam Drury, he would have been pleased with the opening couple of minutes of this one, but just the last 5 minutes, they've been put under pressure a little bit, Keilor Park. Lena on it. It's going to be Power that makes the first touch. South ball. Keilor. Lena wins the ball using her strength. And Rorimpoulos is down at the moment. So let's just hope she's okay. Maybe perhaps a little bit winded here. She came into the starting lineup today for this one. So a chance just to take a breath. It's been quite an action-packed start to this game. We saw Emily Roach fire from outside the box. And Maggie Byrne pulled off a brilliant save. That's pretty much been the only big chance of the game so far. So just to talk a little bit about South Melbourne's season, they started with 2 5-1 wins and 2 1-1 draws. Then lost 2 games 1-0, and now they have won their last 4. So they've had many games this season with the same scoreline at the end of matches. But it's fair to say South Melbourne and Justin Mikolev's side, they've been in some real hot form recently. They're undefeated at Lakeside Stadium, South Melbourne. Away from home, their records 3 wins, 2 draws and 2 losses. Meanwhile, Keilor Park, they're looking for their first win this season at home. They've played quite a few home matches, 4 in fact, and haven't been able to get on the scoreboard yet. Lena's going to get onto this one. She scored a beautiful goal last week. Connolly to Layden. Inglis. Here comes Power. Charging centrally. Turned over. Westland to Byrne. Westland. Collier now. She's been busy so far in this one. Having a think at the moment. Back to Westland. Westland works it into Doralis. That ball's kept in. Nice work from Gallagher. Collier. And a shot from deep. Good save there from Byrne, stopping Horumpoulis' shot there. Good to see Horumpoulis back up on her feet. She was down before, perhaps winded. Lamano now on the far side. South will look to switch this one. Byrne. Collier. Layden's got a bit of time and space here. Pantazopoulos using her pace down the left edge. Nicely done from Mayor Power there, putting in a good defensive effort. Ball thrown in towards the box. Roach. Pantazopoulos. Tricky ball to handle here for Keilor Park. So far they're doing quite well, but it's turned over in a dangerous part of the field. Roach. Back to Westland. That's a through ball, but Byrne will get onto that in the end. It was Doralis who was running onto it, but just a little bit too much put on that ball for her to get to it. Gallagher overruns it. South Melbourne now. Horumpoulis. Collier. Byrne. Warhead. Layden now. Yeah, she does well. Just a little bit of composure. Takes her time. Amelia works it back to Byrne. So just a few issues at the moment for Liam Drury's side, getting it out of their final third, their back third, I should say. Roach. Let's see how they go now. Leonard's going to try and get to it, but just too much on it. Keilor Park ball. The fourth official just having a few words at the moment with Liam Drury. Drury wasn't happy with that ball going the way of South. That's a challenge on the far right side there. That ball goes the way of, but we've seen an injury unfortunately here. We'll just keep an eye on this one. Looks to be in a little bit of pain there, unfortunately. Might be a knee injury. Just look like that right knee at the moment. So it looks like we'll just have a little bit of a stoppage in play here as it's a bit of a medical attention there on the far side. Good to see the medical staff onto it. It may be Abby Connolly there. I'm guessing. I will get that confirmed. It might also be Chloe Harmon. I'll just get that confirmed. It's actually Summer Koppinen who's down, and she's going to get back up to her feet, which is good to see. She'll limp off, but it looks like that right knee just causing a few problems for her. She limps off, which is good. She's back up to her feet. Smith is there to help her and support her, which is very nice. But Summer Kopinechia just limps off, and she's actually going to be subbed off, in fact, and coming on is Fakri, the number 25 for Keilor. So Summer Kopinechia, she's had a good season. She's had plenty of good moments. So disappointing to see her go down with what looks to be a right knee injury. So an early substitute for Keilor Park, and play gets back underway here. That ball's headed from Harmon. Collier's had plenty of it so far. Works around Gallagher there. Power now on the ball. Panthazopoulos. Roach does well. Byrne now with... That ball's going to fly out. The wind actually takes it. Wallhead, born in Western Australia, passes it out to Byrne. Byrne, a very experienced player at this level, more than 150 games. Roach to Panthazopoulos. That ball will be a corner. Referee calls it a corner, so let's see how South can manage this one. 0-0 the scoreline. It's been a stop-start game so far. South Melbourne, fourth on the ladder, having a good season so far. That ball's curled in towards the near post, but just a little bit too much curl on it, and it'll go out for a goal kick. Nice goal kick there from Byrne. Leonard gets the first header to it. Free kick called. Keilor will take this free kick. Plenty of spectators out here watching today, which is lovely to see. So Layden at the moment, it looks like she's got a couple of options ahead of her. Smith is one of them, but it'll go over her head. Try and get to Lena. Gallagher does well so far. Lena's going to use her strength in there. Gallagher does a superb job. Smith plays it all the way back to Connolly. Connolly goes to Ingles. Gallagher, header in towards Lena. Nice defensive work there from Westland, running back to stop Lena from going there. Here's Westland. Wallhead to Byrne. Keilor Park just sitting back here, holding their structure. Wallhead plays this one long. Westland's charging towards it. Inglis plays it back towards Byrne. Byrne goes all the way back. Byrne, okay. So that one's turned over at a dangerous part of the field. Doralis. One touch on her left foot, shot. Nicely blocked from Inglis there. Collier now. Taranto plays it back. Burn. Collier. Horondoulis. Layden uses her strength nicely. And that'll be a goal kick for Keilor Park. So Byrne plays it out to Layden. It'll cross the halfway line and it'll be a South Melbourne throw-in. Doralis has Roach in the box. Lamano's also there. Elects to go to Pantazopoulos. Here's Westland now. Taranto. One touch and to her right side. Roach. Roach dribbling, still doing it, gets past one, plays it in towards the box, chance across the face. And South Melbourne with a big chance there. But in the end, it's Keilor Park who just survived the situation. And it was Horondoulis there with an almost header, and it would have been 1-0, but she just couldn't get there in time. Collier now towards Roach. But nice work there from Connolly. Wallhead. Lennon now. One of Keilor's dangerous players. Plays it in towards Tommel. Tommel does well, but eventually it falls the way of South Melbourne. So Doralis playing as the striker today for South Melbourne. Furukawa's on the bench. She played as that striker position. And there's a chance out from the right side. Taranto's going to get onto that, cut it back in. Misses to the near side there. Flew off the boot. But just not directed in the right direction. Keilor are winless in their last two games. They started the season with 2 draws, then 2 losses, and then they had a win, loss, win, draw, and loss. So their last 2 games haven't been able to find the 3 points. Leonard tries to keep that in. It does stay in, but no, flag goes up. South Melbourne throw-in. Lena to Layden. Power now. Pantazopoulos. Roach plays it out towards Taranto. Westland. She's got Lamano to her right. She goes that way. In the box now is Dolaris. Can they get it through? It's going to go the way of South Melbourne for a throw-in. Taranto keeps it in. Gets it in towards, I was going to say the box, but it's flown off the side of her shoe and it's gone towards some spectators standing behind the goals. Fair to say, as we approach the first half an hour of this game, it has been South Melbourne who have been the better of the two sides, just unable to have that final polish to break the deadlock here. Strong header from Byrne. Roach. Pantazopoulos. Roach plays it out to Taranto. She's got Westland to her right, left. Ends up trying to go to Lamano. Roach. Thought about it. Collier now. Bit of time and space. Gets past one. Mere Power tries to defend it. Does well in the end. And in the end, Layden leaves it. And it goes into the hands of Burns. So nice defensive work there from Keilor Park. Here's Tommel. Ball goes over her head. Burns going to get onto this one. Keilor Park, they'll certainly be pleased with this 0-0 scoreline, and the home side, they will be happy with not the possession that South Melbourne's had, but they'll be happy with the minimal big chances that they've allowed South Melbourne here. They had one big chance. It came through Horan-Poulos, but apart from that, there hasn't been much else. It's been windy and tricky conditions. That wind's certainly not making it easy for the players out there. Just adds a little bit to the game. Players needing to adjust their passes. It's going to fly towards the sideline. It almost remains in, but goes out. Gallagher just unable to keep it in there for Keilor Park. Isabel Warhead. Out to Grace Taranto. Westland's charging onto this one. Gets past Inglis. Inglis does so well for Keilor Park. Wins it. And plays it down the line. Keilor Park's turn now. They're on the charge. Good transition. Lena now plays it out to the left side. Here's Tommel. Tommel does a superb job. Just misses Gallagher there on the pass, however. The game's opened up here. Roach tries to get it. In the end, it's going to be a throw-in. Hope you're enjoying this Senol NPL Round 11 clash. Collier looks in towards the box. A chance for South here. A shot there from Lamano. Blocked by Keilor, and a goal kick, or a corner in fact, for South Melbourne. Nice delivery in towards a penalty spot. Headed Byrne, diving to her left. A chance. Oh, I thought Byrne was on there. She scored last week from a similar situation. Just edged it over the goal line really to score the first goal of the game. Great save from Byrne. She's pulled off two pretty strong saves now in this game. Certainly one of the leading goalkeepers in the Senol NPL Victoria competition. That ball's turned over. Lamano now up against Lena. So if you missed it just before, Summer Kopanechia went down with a knee injury, so Keilor Park did pull the trigger on a substitute. Georgia Fakari came on. They're holding up well so far though, Keilor Park. They're also without their star forward in Abby Holmes. And Runa Commodore, who's also one of their promising internationals. Westland with a shot, cleared away from Leighton there. Here is the substitute. Referees just wait to make a decision, and it goes the way of Keilor Park for a goal kick. There's Fakari there doing the defensive work for Keilor. South Melbourne. Pantazopoulos. Horompoulos. She shot from outside the box earlier in this game. Does it again there. Collier. Turned over, Lena. Lena just boots it out. About 10 minutes left in this first half. Leighton. Foul throw called there. Powell with the throw in. Leonard to get onto this one. Gallagher. A goal here would be really against the play. Tommel working hard. Leighton. They do well. Keilor Park. Inglis under a bit of pressure. Handles it well. Connolly now plays it to Harmon. It's a ball in towards the box from Keilor Park. So you can tell here Keilor Park just sitting back, letting the two centre backs pass it around. Westland. No foul called. Play continues. Oh, it is called in the end. Warhead.
Push it. Go, Gil.
Keilor Park just holding up well so far. Lena on the ball, controls it nicely. Here's a chance for Keilor Park. Lena loads up, looks to go for the long pass. In the end, she just pulls up on it. South Melbourne win the ball back. Warhead. It's a longer ball. Inglis almost gets to it. Burns going to end up sweeping up the ball. Burn towards Tommel. Tommel does well. To the starting lineup today, Tommel. Wallhead to Burn. South Melbourne trying to navigate this strong defensive structure that Keilor Park have set here. Taranto to Westland. Back to Taranto. Layden puts in a big boot and it's deflected and it's going to be a Keilor Park throw-in. Leonard. We know Runa Commodore, the Japanese-born star for Keilor Park, she's just battling a little bit of an injury, so she's starting on the bench today. Question is, will we see her come on later on? Keilor Park, Runa throwing deep in their front third. Ball's thrown in towards the box. Power does well. It's chipped in towards the box. Tom with the header. Oh, Keilor Park, if they get one here, it'll be huge. They haven't had many chances so far in this one. This will be a tough throw for me and Power. Throwing it against the breeze. South Melbourne with the first header. Oh, that's a beautiful touch there from Doralis. Panthazopoulos now is charging, using her pace. Inglis does so well, though, coming to the right side. She's going to have to continue working, though. Doralis tries to get past. Inglis is always a tough challenge. Inglis does super well there. Honduras. Collier now on her left foot. Maggie Byrne flies out. Maggie Byrne not required in the end. Byrne plays a short one to Layden. Byrne flying over Tommel there. Doesn't put in a header in the end. Oh, that's a beautiful play from South. Building up nicely. Connolly with the clearance to Gallagher. Roach. Westland. Taranto. Lamano. Still going Lamano. She's run from one side of the field to the other. Collier now. Westland. Wallhead. Westland with some time and space. Puts in a shot. Just a little bit too much on that one and flies over the bar. So, just under 5 minutes, maybe a little bit more in this first half. Let's see how it plays out. Hope you're enjoying the action wherever you're watching from. As we just hear a plane flying over the ground here at Keilor Park Recreation Reserve. Westland back to Wallhead. Byrne to Collier, back to Byrne. Toronto to Westland. Westland just had a shot earlier. Works this one back to Byrne. Keilor Park, very solid in defence so far in this one. Collier's going to run onto this though, but Layden's there with the beautiful block, the American standing up tall for Keilor Park. It was a tough one last week for Keilor. They lost 2-1 to Heidelberg, conceded in the 90th minute. How do they defend this one? Ball in towards the box there. Tommel now, a chance for Keilor Park. Tommel just plays that down the line towards Lena. Bit of work for Harmon to do here. Plays it out in the end. Got to be impressed with just the way Keilor Park is holding up defensively here. They've been very disciplined and very solid. Haven't allowed too much for South Melbourne. And South Melbourne have found it difficult, it must be said. Very minimal chances. They would have come here today knowing South Melbourne, they're on a 4-game win streak. As we just keep an eye on this play towards the back post. The wind takes it all the way to the left wing here. Collier now. A shot. Shouts for handball. Looked like it got the rails somewhere towards the maybe shoulder or forearm region. Nice throw in there from Collier. Roach. All the way out towards Taranto. Westland. Dorales. Ball in. Chance. Shot there. Flies over. Lamano with the shot. She was within shooting range, but just a little bit too much on that one. Sun is shining here. Couple of minutes left in this first half. Lena. Perhaps the last forward play here for South Melbourne of this first half. Taranto in towards Westland. They've been so good so far. Keilor Park defending all these plays. Can they hold on one last time? Lamana towards the right side. Someone goes down in the box from South Melbourne. It's Ron Poulos, but there's no free kick called. So you'd imagine the whistle might go as soon as this ball's thrown in from Harmon. Maybe just one last chance in this one for South Melbourne in this first half. The wind has been a factor. It might calm down a little bit later on in the day, the wind. Thrown in towards Roach. The Ralis is there. Taranto. Taranto works it towards Roach. And that's going to be a goal kick. Oh, the referees are in a bit of a fickle at the moment, trying to work out whether it's a goal kick or corner. In the end, it's been given a goal kick. And that's the half time. 0-0 here at Keilor Park Recreation Reserve in the Senol NPL Victoria Round 11 clash between Keilor Park and South Melbourne. South Melbourne dominating possession in this one, but Keilor Park really standing up defensively. They've been impressive. They've been disciplined as well, it must be said. South Melbourne, they're going to go into the change rooms thinking, how are we going to break down this Keilor Park outfit? Well, will they do it? We'll find out in just a moment. We'll see you for the second half.
Thank you. How much you look for it? It doesn't affect the convention that much, so it's good. I just check the fade. You can't hear the wind.
Oh, really? That's great. Yeah, I should check. Yeah.
Just checking. There was an issue with at the start.
Oh, what's that?
Couldn't get the fade out.
Can I borrow this?
Thanks, yeah, I'll do that, yeah. It doesn't do well with these two. Honda just blocks out all people from all able screen is too close. 20% of the screen is this machine. Yeah.
Welcome back to Keilor Park Recreation Reserve. Looking forward to this second half. Should be in for a cracker. And making things just a little bit more exciting is the fact that Keilor Park, who struggled in the first half, in the front third, they were really good defensively, but when they went forward they didn't have that polish. But they've just brought on their superstar Japanese import in Runa Commodore, and she'll be playing a full half here, so that may just help spark them up a little bit and make things interesting. So Commodore coming on, and coming off is Harmon. So we'll just see how that impacts the game as we go on here. But Runa has her right quad taped up. We'll keep an eye on that. But she'll be good to go here for a big second half. As play gets underway, and let's see how things pan out here in this one. Yet to see a goal so far. Both teams have had minimal chances. South Melbourne dominating possession in that first half, but just unable to find that first goal. They're off to a good start here. Nice ball played down the line. Burn to do the clearing work. Headed. So there's Runa playing up front alongside Tommel. So Lena will drop back into right midfield. Good tackle there from Gallagher. Taranto throws this in towards Doralis. Taranto in towards Doralis. Lamano tries to get onto that one. Doesn't get there in the end. Here's Runa's first touch of the game. Just flies out. That wind's still a factor in this one. Tommel pushing up the ground. Commodore pressing. And now they sit back. This is what they did in the first half, Keilor Park. Just waited, sat back a little bit, let the two centre-backs pass the ball around for South Melbourne. They were very tight in defence, sitting back a little bit, making it hard for South. Taranto down towards Lamano. The ball goes out, it goes the way of South Melbourne. Lamano now. Works it back all the way to Burn. Burn to Wallhead. South Melbourne haven't made a change yet in this one. Keilor Park, they've been forced into one change. Summer Kopenichia, she went down with a suspected knee injury in the first half. So that led to their first change. Here's Runa Commodore now. She's the other one that's come on for Keilor Park. That ball's turned over though. Here's a good chance for South Melbourne. They've really been able to force Keilor Park into a turnover and then to go straight into some open play. Every time they've gone forward today, South Melbourne, it's been into quite a crowded pack of Keilor Park players. Here's Roach, Lamano, brilliant work there from Keilor Park, and here's Commodore now, playing it towards midfield. Smith to Lena. Lena's using her pace, got an option to her left side, uses that. Thackeray keeps it in, and here she is, trying to get past, can't able to. Taranto doing a great job. Here she is now, charging forward. Taranto plays it towards the Ralas. Lamano now. They recovered well there, Peps. Keilor Park. Howard defending this one. Foul called there. Collier winning the foul there for South. Pushing up from left back. So Roach walking towards this ball. Looks like she'll be taking the free kick. Couple of good options in the box here. Doralis. Fantazopoulos, she's scored 3 goals this season, starting today as well.
Push up, push up, push up.
Rock, paper, ball!
Ball in from Roach. Play towards the near post. So far, Keilor Park handled it quite well. And they've reset nicely here, Keilor Park. Gallagher doing a good job there. Wallhead working hard, plays it in towards the box. Inglis calls for handball. South Melbourne pretty deep in their attacking part of the field. Taranto shouts for handball. Not given. It was outside the box anyway, I believe. Liam Drury, coach of Keilor Park, just demanding a little bit more from his players. That ball goes out. It's going to be a goal kick.
Open up, baby, open up. Open up, baby.
Byrne with the goal kick, flies out. Justin Micallef, the coach of South Melbourne, doing a bit of ball boy stuff. Wallhead to Byrne. So yet again, South Melbourne. They've got a pack of Keilor Park players in front of them that they've got to try and navigate through. They haven't been able to undo them at all, really, today. They've had one good chance, and that's about it. They've been very solid and tight, Keilor Park. Here's Taranto. Works past one. Tries to go past another, unable to. A chance now for Keilor Park. Thackeray plays it towards Tommel. Tommel, nice ball. Played it to Connolly. Connolly with a toe poke to Lena. Lena now. How does she go about this one? Beautiful ball out to Runa Commodore. Oh, Commodore just couldn't control it, and it goes all the way out. That was some nice promising play there from the home side. They haven't had too many moments going forward today, but that was certainly one little glimpse of some perhaps promise of a goal. Taranto with the throw-in. Commodore works it centrally. Thackeray. Lamano in some tight space. They do well. Doralis out to Roach. Inglis interfering, however. Runa Commodore tries to get it to Thackeray, unable to in the end. Really sitting back here, Keilor Park. This is the game they... Isn't probably the most attractive game, but this is the right game that they're playing here. Playing against a dangerous and informed South Melbourne outfit and holding up really well defensively. Tymel does brilliantly there, but it's called for a free kick. I thought she used her body quite well there, but in the end, maybe a little bit too much force. And South Melbourne win a free kick at a dangerous part of the pitch. And it's Roach that's down. She gets back up to her feet, and she's going to be the one stepping up to take this free kick. Burns setting the wall here. Could be in for something pretty special here. Just have a real strange feeling that this could be something special here. Emily Roach lining up from just outside the box. 4 people on the wall here for Keilor Park. The wind is slightly behind her. Emily Roach for South Melbourne. That's a shot. Oh, just misses to the right of goal. The height wasn't an issue. It was just the direction, just a little bit too far right of goal there.
Get back with me. Get up, Jack.
Dangerous ball. Romano just came at her a little bit too quickly and flew off her knee. Bakri, the one touch and Romano gets onto it.
Keep the play again. Keep the play again. Go, now. Win it, come on. Well done. Keep going. Time.
Here's Roach. Layden with a nice tackle. Collier. Pantazopoulos. Collier. Nice composure there from Smith. Tymel now. One touch, does nicely. The wind takes it away from her though. Poulos now works it to the left side. Collier plays it in towards the box. Near post. It was Byrne beating Doralis there. Doralis trying to header it for South Melbourne. Byrne has had a pretty good game, you must say, for Keilor Park. She pulled off 2 really good saves in that first half to keep it at 0-0. That ball flies past Doralis, and here's a chance. Oh, it hits the post. Roach with a beautiful attempt. You thought it was going in, but it bounces off the crossbar, and Keilor Park survived yet again. Taranto to Westland. Runa Commodore does superbly. Came on at half-time, battling a little bit of an injury. Play continues. Well, you'd have to say almost the biggest, if not the biggest chance of the game there from Emily Roach. Hits the crossbar, comes off. Poulos banged in a nice shot in the first half and forced a great save from Byrne. Those have been the 2 big chances of the game so far. Apart from that, it's been pretty quiet in front of goal. Lena's charging. They've got their 2 rock stars up front here. It's Lena and Commodore. They move it quickly. Tymel plays it back to Lena. A little bit of possession here and time for Keilor Park. They handle this well. Smith works it all the way back to Layden. Burns got a bit of time. Oh, does pretty well. If this can stay in, it just goes out though.
Get back in position to get it.
High kick there. Inglis now charging forward. She likes to do this. Tries to take on one. Play continues. Good call there from the referee. Oh, and Tommel's out. But Candy hasn't had much to do so far in this game. She's certainly stepped up there. Came off her goal line brilliantly to stop Tommel from a very, what could have been an amazing goal for Keilor Park. Tommel has spent a lot of time on the bench this season for Keilor Park, but I think she's had a pretty strong game. It's not easy being a striker, and she's stepped up. She's had plenty of good little moments for Keilor Park, just helping them stay in this game, and at the moment all things are tracking towards a draw unless South Melbourne can break it open. That could get through. Gallagher doesn't give away a foul, does nicely. Layden, they hold up well yet again. Keilor. Play continues, whistle blown. So Layden wins a free kick there. It was Roach charging down the ball and pushed her over in the end. So Layden, it's a nice ball down the line from the American. Roach, the ball was left behind. Fakri goes out. Looks like Danielle McAuliffe is preparing to come on here for South Melbourne. Lamano, Ingles plays it back to Byrne. Byrne towards Fakri. The ball flies over her. Taranto. Lamano. Taranto down towards Westland. Liam Drury super impressed with that work there from Keilor Park as we see a change here. So it's going to be Heidi Dalton coming on, and also Danielle McAuliffe, and coming off is Doralis. And also Alexis Pantazopoulos. So a few changes there for South Melbourne. Straight into the action here. Here's Danielle McAuliffe, an experienced campaigner. Tommel working back here for Keilor Park. Westland. Here's Horompoulos. Down the left side now. Horompoulos back on the ball. On her left foot, it flies over. So a goal kick here for Keilor Park. Gallagher keeps it in. Play continues. Layden boots it up in the air. Quick throw in here from Collier. Here's Lena. Does well. Wins the throw in for Keilor Park. Connolly boots it out. Dalton going down there for South Melbourne, just came on. It's been a physical game so far. Westland, Lena. Westland with the ball out to the attacking side of the ground.
Step up, girls. I need to be step up.
Wallhead.
And ball! And ball, Red! Red, look at the linesman!
Burn. Nice play there. Roach.
Hey, we can't do it! G! Stay your feet, eh? Step up, step up!
Wallhead. Here's Keilor. The dangerous Heidi Dalton works it centrally. Heidi Dalton scored the winner last week. It was a thrilling goal in the first minute of added time. That led them to a 2-1 win over Avondale. Lena plays that towards Tommel. Big ball to big one, and she does well there, Wallhead. Switch demanded there from Byrne. She gets it. How do they go about it now? Nice build up. Taranto charging forward. Couple of options ahead of her. Just a little bit too much on that one. Fakri. Layden.
Step up, go!
Heidi works it back. Wallhead now. Ball turned over. Tried to go for the long delivery. To Keilor Park, try and press, try and find a winner. They've had less than 5 shots in this game so far. South Melbourne, they've polled in around 10 shots. They've been the dominant side, but just unable to have that final polish. Rompoulos now. Runa Commodore does well to defend it. Danielle. Nice touch there from Roach on her left foot now. And that flies past goal, and it's going to be another goal kick. Here they come now on the right side through Dalton. Maggie Byrne to do the sweeping work. English is just a little bit sore behind play here. The referee's going to blow the whistle and just hold up play. Landrew will just be holding his breath here, hoping that Amelia Ingalls is okay, because she is an absolute star for Keilor Park. Looks to be a left leg problem. It's actually the right ankle. So she's just holding her right ankle. She's smiling though, so that's a good sign. Let's just hope that Inglis is okay. The boot might be coming off here. It's getting a little bit of attention. Both teams going to have a breather.
Hey, cover for it. Hey, get a cover. Samson, keep dropping in for now. Yep. Good job, girl.
Okay, so Inglis is back up to her feet. They're going to play one down at the moment, Keilor Park. Layden will boot this one long towards Fakri, and that's going to go out. South Melbourne throwing. Okay, so Inglis comes back on. So back to 11 players now for Keilor Park.
Oh, pressure, come on, Rick. Oh. Stay there, hey. Hold the ball, one give.
Tommel in a battle there with Roach. Roach wins it in the end, and now they go forward. Here's Mikalev. Back towards Roach. Mikalev now at the back post. It goes towards her on the volley. It's put in towards the box. Nice work there. In the end, it gets cleared away by Keilor Park. Collier now. Into Dalton. Scored the winner last week, Dalton. Does really well. Inglis does superbly though. Another clearance. She was down not long ago, battling a right ankle injury, but it's good to see her back out there. Collier keeps this one in towards the near post. That one's cleared away, but not enough for Keilor Park to just have a little breath. That's a lot better. Now they'll be able to catch their breath a little bit. There's work to be done still for Keilor Park here. They've held on so good so far, but perhaps a bit of fatigue setting in here. Liam Drury is freaking out here on the sidelines. That ball's not cleared away. Offside flag goes up though. So Liam Drury, the coach of Keilor Park, just demanding a little bit more from his players there. They've been so disciplined so far in this game. Not allowing too much for South Melbourne, but they allowed South Melbourne a few gaps there for them to go through and potentially score the first goal of the game. Westland with the header. Fakri doing well against two South Melbourne players. Gives away a free kick in the end. Play resumes, quick restart. So South Melbourne starting to press here. Commodore does really well there to Tommel. Tommel works it out to the right side. Fakri to Commodore. Commodore does super well using her skill. She's got Tommel in the box. She goes for it. Oh, it was a great shot on target. And that could have been 1-0. They have not had many shots today, Keilor Park. And if that one went in, that would have absolutely shocked South Melbourne followers. They've been the dominant side here today, South Melbourne. But Keilor Park almost putting a goal in there. Runa Commodore, their Japanese star. One to watch. Taranto with a big run here from halfway. Still going. Foul goes the way of South Melbourne there. So a brilliant run there from Taranto from the left back side. She's played more than 100 games in this competition. Very experienced. Tyler Vlanich. They're missing her today, South Melbourne. Eva Goodsmiths as well. Hello to them if they're watching. I'm sure they're probably at the game though. So, here's a chance now for South Melbourne. Emily Roach will take this one. Few options in the box. Wallhead has gone forward. So has Byrne. Dalton's tracking towards the back post. So is Taranto. That ball goes towards the near post. Cleared away nicely there from Lena. Commodore on it now. They hold up superbly defensively there. Keilor Park. There's a dangerous ball there from Roach towards the near post. Looks like we're going to see a couple of changes here.
Push up, push up. Go, 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 go. Push up, girls. Go pull the girls.
For Keilor to come on.
Let me say we play up.
From Paula's coming off. And here's the other change. Papatsanis coming on. And coming off is Lamano. So South Melbourne, they've made 4 changes to their starting lineup so far. And for Keilor Park, it's just been the 2 changes so far.
Go, go. One of you on the edge.
Thackeray does well. Commodore wins a foul for Keilor Park. Okay. Do they send most of their side forward here into the box to get a dangerous ball in? They haven't had many chances today, Keilor Park. Can they steal a goal here? Layden's very capable of taking this free kick. She'll whip this one in towards the back post. Inglis is there. She's dangerous in these situations. Commodore's there. Lena's there. 3 very solid options, just to name a few. So Layden will take this free kick for Keilor Park towards the back post. Too much on that one. It was Commodore and Lena. They were eyeing off a header there, but just a little bit too much on it, unfortunately, for Keilor Park. So, less than 15 minutes left in this game. How can either team come out of this one? Oh, there's a shot. Burns come out of goal. It flies across the face. Wow. Furukawa with the shot there. Tipped it over the goalkeeper, Burn, but just missing goal to the right side. Here's another change for Keilor Park. It's for number 29, Kusinota coming on and coming off.
Push up now, push up now.
Will be Thackeray. So Thackeray to come off here. She was subbed on, Thackeray, and she's come back off, so maybe battling a bit of an injury or something. Anyway, Lena now on the ball. Played inboard. Tommell's going to try and fight for it. Nice header, Tommell again. South Melbourne winning the ball though. A shot from long range. Burton, her eyes lit up. More than 150 games in this competition. She scored last week and she's looking to score again. Make it 2 in 2 weeks. Burn. Commodore was pulled slightly. She wins it. A chance now. They've opened up the South Melbourne defence. Just subbed into the game. Unfortunately there, Kusinota just couldn't run and use her pace. It's going to be a throw-in for South Melbourne, but they were on there, South. Keilor Park, I should say. They were on. That ball almost goes out, but Heidi Dalton does a good job, wins the free kick. Westland to Byrne. Here's Dalton now. Mikulev in the box. Goes for Roach. Commodore is fouled. Layden looking to go for the long ball here. Leonard could get on the end of this. Commodore is there as well. Looks like it's going to go towards Leonard. Keilor just perhaps managing the game a little bit here, taking their time. Tommel plays that one centrally. This ball could get out the back. Mikulev leaves it. Furukawa wins the free kick in the end. So South Melbourne, they'll get a chance here to take this one. Just under 10 minutes to go. Emily Roach to take this on her right foot. Few options in the box. Furukawa's there. Dalton's in there. A nice ball. Emily Byrne's got a bit of work to do. But she does it beautifully in the end. A nice chest mark. Taranto was tracking, but just couldn't get there in time.
Michelle. Hold it, no bounce, hold it.
They've held on here for over 80 minutes, Keilor Park. They've had most of the possession south. Can South Melbourne just push one last time? Try and get one goal here in the final 10 minutes of this one. Throw in. Westland. That's a nice ball. Furukawa. She's going to get onto this one. Couple of numbers in the box. Mikulev's there. At the back post is Dalton. She's still on the ball. Furukawa works it in towards Mikulev. Byrne. She's on for player of the match here. The Keilor Park goalkeeper's been superb. Pulled off two big saves, and she's doing the little things beautifully here for Keilor Park. Byrne down the line now. Dalton on the ball. Collier. English is doing a superb job defensively. Ball is forced all the way back to Wallhead. Westland now. Alana Byrne. Heidi Dalton. She's going to play this one in towards the box. Off the feet there of Connolly, and Byrne picks it up. They survive again, Keilor Park. Might have been an offside call as well. So, play to resume now off the offside.
Put the ball, put down, baby. Put down.
That ball's headed nicely. Commodore, she's a dangerous player for Keilor Park. Still going, Commodore plays this one centrally. Oh no, Tommel's gone down at the worst time possible. Play continues though, a bit of cramping perhaps. Connolly works it back. Trying to get that one to Lena. Okay, so play will stop now. The referee blows the whistle. Caitlin Tommel's had a superb game. Starting in this game after spending a fair bit of time on the bench this season. She's just cramping a little bit at the moment, but she's had a super game. She's worked so hard today.
Come on, Rebecca, go.
Kushinoda's just helping her as well, just providing a bit of hamstring stretching for her. But good to see Tommel now back up on her feet. Liam Drury addressing his plays here. Pretty much a drinks break. Keilor Park.
Push up.
Play resumes. Tommel did brilliantly just to run down a bit of time off the clock there. Gallagher wins the ball for Keilor Park on the broadcast side of the ground. Caitlin Tommel back up and firing again. Bladen stands tall for Keilor Park. Nice work there from the substitute in Kushinoda.
Well done, push up. Push up, Keilor.
Dalton versus Gallagher, the two, number 21 and she's 31, Gallagher. But they were battling it out there. Westland now. Here's Byrne, scored last week. Gets past one almost. Plays a nice dangerous ball in. Here's Westland from long range. Just a little bit too wide there. Byrne was all over it anyway. So South Melbourne yet again unable to break down this Keilor Park defence. Moorhead does well. Here's Dalton against Inglis. Inglis is at the better of her today. Decision to be made here. It goes the way of South Melbourne for a corner. So Tommel down at the moment. She's struggling now. This might be the end of her game. That cramping is really getting to her at the moment.
Push up. They're going to be outside if you push up.
Might just be her right hamstring here, or perhaps her right calf just really cramping there. She's feeling it. Caitlin Tommel, she's had a superb game. Less than 5 minutes to go in this one. Caitlin Tommel is slowly going to get to her feet here. And coming on will be Delana Trask. Tommel's going to limp off with that right calf. It seems to be like cramping. So, play to resume here. Looks like Dalton is over this one. They've all crowded Maggie Byrne here. Maggie Byrne being crowded here by South attackers. That ball's in, headed towards the back post. Byrne steps up yet again. Another chance gone begging for South Melbourne. It was a good ball in. Went into a dangerous part of the box there. Westland. That one's played out. Gallagher to take the throw in here. Not long to go. Nice sunset over Keilor Park Recreation Reserve. That's a tough one for Gallagher to take there. There was a ricochet that went straight into her face. But she's back up to her feet. No blood nose so far. Leonard resumes play. Ingles. Inglis is going to have to step up again. She does. Leonard. Dalton does really well using her strength. Roach works it in. That one goes out, so Keilor Park defence yet again. They've been so good in this one. Collier with the throw in. She's got Dalton to her right, uses her. Dalton now working it back. Here's Wallhead. That one's played towards the near post. Inglis with the first header. Here's Byrne. One touch, two touch. Layden tries to clear it, unable to. Nice shot there from Byrne. Gets blocked though. Shouts for a penalty. Not given. And Maggie Byrne saves the ball. Was it a penalty or not? That's the question. It seemed like a little bit of an accidental knock rather than anything forceful. Layden. Burns pushed up the pitch a little bit. Here she is to Westland. This defence has just been so hard to break through for South Melbourne today in this game. Here's Dalton. She's provided good energy off the bench, but Lena stepping up. Players needing to dig deep here. Not long to go in this one. Throw in towards the box. Bit of chaos here. Westland. Leonard to do some work. Does nicely. Boots it down the field. Nice work. They're going to push up here, Keilor. Ball played down the line. Dalton to try and get on to the end of it. She does. Inglis does superbly, wins her team the goal kick, and they'll have a chance now to take a breath.
The second goal was just with like the next two goals.
Time ticking here. Byrne knocks that one out pretty much. Throw in from Collier towards Dalton. Here's Roach. Roach fighting against Smith. Smith wins it. Yet again, Keilor Parks win the day. They've put on a defensive exhibition here today, Keilor Park. This second half, they've allowed nothing. They've really been tight in defence. Maggie Byrne's had a good game. She boots that one long. Fighting for the ball now in the middle of the park. Here comes Byrne with the shot. Maggie Byrne Yet again, stepping up for the home side. Time ticking now. Westland with the header. It's now or never. Really good work there off the bench from Kuchinota, it was. That ball's for Westland, but Westland unable to get to it. Dalton, almost with a massive win there. She would have really been out and open. South Melbourne, they've had 3 draws this season. 2 draws, in fact. Keilor Park have had 3 draws this season. And there's the full-time whistle. Keilor Park survive on their home deck, keeping South Melbourne to no goals. And Keilor Park just put on a real defensive exhibition in that game. Sat back, didn't allow much, and they'll be very pleased with that result. It ends what was a winning streak for South Melbourne. They came here today, South Melbourne, on a 4-game win streak. Well, that comes to an end. And for Keilor Park, after a loss last week against Heidelberg, they get a point today here at Keilor Park Recreation Reserve. An interesting match, a tense match, plenty going on in it. There was physicality left, right and centre. But that's what Senol NPL Victoria is all about. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's contest. It's been an absolute classic. Very much so enjoyed. Even though there weren't any goals scored, it was still entertaining. Thanks for tuning in wherever you've been watching from. And we'll see you next time. Should be. Yep. No worries. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. Cheers for that. Have a good night.